What up, chat? What's going on, chat? Let's begin our show for today. Welcome back to the Hood to Hooded podcast with your host, Dr. Chiefess Sunflower. Come in the room. Let me know how you feeling today. Tap those hearts. All right. Welcome back to the podcast, guys. As you can see from the topic, we just gonna keep it light today. We're talking about creating, inspiring, and growing as content creators, especially in, the Niji space. So OCO to my Niji out there, sending love to all the ancestors. If you're watching on TikTok, go ahead and tap those hearts. And you can go ahead and grab your daily heart meme. Alright? So I'm just going to give it a little time for the game to get in the building. Let me get a mic check. Wow. We are on day 55 of the consistency challenge here with this podcast. We're back for another live just to inspire you guys, to inspire myself, of course, to keep going when it gets tough. Because being a content creator, showing up every day for yourself, learning how to deal with technical difficulties, just continuing to come up with creative ideas, knowing when to take a break and when to listen to your body, getting proper sleep. It's a lot that goes into it, And also, if you do this as a side gig and not full-time, then you have to manage real life. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about that today. So hopefully we can inspire more people to get on, tell your story, share your story, and get into your bag. Because guess what's the worst thing that can happen? You could never start and then nothing happens. Life just stays the same. But what if you gave yourself the opportunity to do something great, to be great, to try something new, to take a risk? What's the worst that can happen? I mean, what is the worst that can happen? All right. So that's what we're talking about today. You're not here to impress the algorithms. You're here to outgrow your excuses. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You're here to outgrow your excuses. Can we talk or not? Can we talk about it or not? All right. We're going to talk about it. So let me know where you watching from. Let me know how you feeling on this lovely Sunday. If you in good vibes, good spirit, good energy. It's the end of the year. You know, it's dark outside here in New York. It's like the weather is just shitty. In New York, upstate, around this time, it's really shitty. But we're not going to dwell on the negativity. I wish I was on the island somewhere full of sunlight. Like, that's the vibe that I think I'm in. But, you know, we're going to take what we can get. Alright? So, like I said, we're not here to impress the algorithms as content creators. We are here to outgrow our excuses. Why aren't you creating? You say you want to do this. Are you showing up? You know, consistency is about showing up. Having discipline is the quality that you show up. But first, you just need to show up. All right? So creativity is the breath. This is the breath that you breathe. And I always preach to the hooded mentees, to the tribe, that creativity is already in our DNA. It's not something that you have to go out here and search for. It's not something that you have to go. I mean, it's already in you. Yes, you can get inspired by your surroundings. So maybe if you haven't awakened your creative gene, maybe you're not inspired enough. You need to get around people who inspire you instead of people who doubt you. People who put all of their failures into you because they couldn't do it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, because they couldn't do it. We already know what the deal is. People who couldn't do things in their life, they would try to bring you down because they couldn't do it. They allowed their excuses to clock them out of every dream they ever had. So now they don't want to see you win. They wouldn't dare hype you up, because why am I hype you up when I couldn't do it? Why am I motivate you to pursue your dream when I couldn't do mine? These are the type of people you got to get away from, because if you ain't creating, you ain't in your bag, you ain't trying to get to the next level, maybe it's your environment. It's your environment. What's up? Lucky Black just became the title gifter. What's going on, guys? Thank you for tapping the hearts. Thank y'all for tapping the hearts. All right. So inspiration is like medicine, tribe. It's like medicine. You need it. You need to be inspired. I don't think I could have became a dentist, or even a motivational dentist, or even just a streamer if I wasn't inspired. I'm always inspired by the things that I grew up with, the struggles that I had to overcome to get to this level, because I know there are so many people out here who still deal with these struggles, and we can get into a space where we're scared to take that leap of faith, scared to get inspired because we don't know what can happen. I'm here to tell you today, guys. So what is the worst that can happen if you don't try? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The worst that can happen is that you stay where you are. You stay stuck. You feel like a tree who's stuck in a place where you're unhappy. You don't know how to escape it. You already got greatness in your DNA. You already have that creative gene in your DNA. You already have brilliance in your DNA. What is you waiting for? I ask you, what are you waiting for? Are you counting on the excuses? What is it? We got to tap into it today and see what is preventing us from getting in our creator bag. See, for me, I started this whole 365-day consistency challenge because even as a dentist, even as a dentalpreneur, I knew that consistency was something that I was lacking when it comes to wanting to be a streamer. I mean, you got to be consistent. So I say, hell, let me just try to do it every day, push through the days like when I don't want to show up, even when I don't feel like it, just still push through and then see what happens. We on day 55. And I'm here to inspire you guys to just start with day one. Day one, I started this challenge over 3-4 times because life happened. Let's just be honest, life happened. But then life happened, and then you start to make those life happenings a bunch of excuses, and then it keep happening, and then you never clock into your dream. You never clock into your goal. You never do it. Thank you for joining the fan club, Lucky Black. Jesse just got the number 2 gifter badge. Thank you for liking the live, family. Make sure you grab your daily heart meme. Welcome to the tribe. We're just talking about inspiring, creating, and growing as content creators. Thank you for all the roses. Oh my God. That's what's up. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. All right, guys. So consistency is the bridge between who you are and who you are becoming. So the person that I was the first day I started on this goal of streaming or whatever goal you start, you're going to be different once you practice consistency. Because it's going to overtake all of your fears. It's going to overtake all of the negativity around you. It's going to overtake all of the times when life be lifing. Y'all don't know how many times I get up and running a dental practice. Sometimes it be stressful as hell, right? I get up, I have to show up, go live, do that. But if it's something that I want, it's not like a stressful thing. It's like, okay, I'm going to push through because this is something that I want. It's the same thing when you getting into your creative bag. And right now, with this economy, if you in America, you need to get into your creative bag. You need to start creating something, selling something, digital products, physical products, learn a skill, do something. Don't just sit and allow this society, this government, this country, the prices to count us out. You know what I mean? Like, I refuse to just sit and be like, well, everything's going bad. Trump doing this, that's going on. No, I'm not dependent on them. We got to move. We got to be a unit. We got to each one teach one. Show up and be inspired. Get inspired. So inspiration is your medicine. If you feeling like, dang, I want to start something, or I'm a content creator, but I'm not really sure what to create, just create something. Go get inspired. All right. So the real trap, I'm going to tell you what's the real trap in the hood. A lot of y'all might be thinking, okay, I already know what the real trap in the hood is. I already know what the real trap when you come from nothing. I already know what the real trap, even if you had a life set up for you, you still weren't able to accomplish your goals, or if you want to get into your creator bag and your content creator era, something's stopping you. I'm going to tell you what's stopping you. It's the number one trap that stops us all. Thank you for being the title. Get that Lucky Black. I appreciate it. That inspired me to keep going because, wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right, but let's talk about the number one trap that get all of us. It don't just get a couple of us. It gets all of us. And the people who are able to overcome this one trap, they can have lifelong success because they're not afraid of this one trap anymore. That one trap is perfection. How many of us are waiting for the perfect day to start? We waiting for the perfect setup. We waiting until we got the perfect amount of money set to the side. We waiting for everything to line up like this. We waiting for everything to be perfect. We just hit our 1K goal on the hearts. TikTok y'all is the truth, man. Thank you for tapping the hearts. Lucky Black, you showing out. You is showing out. All right. So the trap of perfection. This freezes a whole generation of creators who are waiting to feel ready. They waiting to feel ready while your real audience is out here starving for the imperfect truth. I show up on here and I go live and I have, my setup and my idea how I want it to go, but if I just don't show up and I'm waiting to be perfect, then I won't be on day 55. I will be on day 1 every other week because I'm scared, or I might not say everything perfect. You live, like, you just gotta go. That's how I feel. I just gotta go. Like, this is something I want. I just gotta do it. You gotta get it in your head where you kind of like a little delulu about your goals. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You gotta kind of be a little out of the hood. Without my mom being on the earth, without my dad being an active part of my life, with all of these stereotypes before me, you get caught up in the hood and, you start having the wrong relationships. Maybe you got some of the wrong people you hanging out with. Your dreams kind of be high risk at this point. But for me, I was delusional. I was this little young hood girl, but I was always focused on, like, breaking that curse. I didn't know how it would look. I didn't know that I would have to be homeless sometimes. I didn't know that I would have to move from my hometown to this place to make it happen. I didn't know that I had to study all night and all day and all weekend to the point where my brain just, is addicted to studying. I didn't know the obstacles that I had to overcome to get out of the trap of perfection. But it's something that I know I had to do. So you have to get out of the mindset that says, I'm waiting to feel ready, because you never gonna feel ready. Let's tell the truth. A lot of people who did the most craziest, productive, miraculous things in their life, they did it when they had a little bit of, they call it the bubble guts. You got butterflies in your stomach when you're not really sure. When I was getting ready to cross the stage at Meharry to graduate to be a doctor, I was nervous. I had the butterflies because it's a big moment. This happens when you're in the process of doing something great in your life. You're going to be a little scared, maybe a little intimidated. But the most successful people do not allow the intimidation, the little fear that you have, stop you. Because you know who you are. You walk into the room with confidence. Even when you're feeling a little shaky inside, you still got to act like you confident. You still got to show up with pride. Feeling like you got this already handled. That's how you got to show up for your dreams. I show up as a streamer because I'm already acting like I'm a streamer because it's something that I want to do. I might not do it perfect. You might not do it perfect, but you gonna get perfect if you keep going. See, the thing about being consistent, that's already perfection, right? That's already perfection in my eyes. What's up, Dr. Peace, Joy, and Happiness? Just got the number 2 gifter badge. Let's check out the chat. That's why they call it live, because you just gotta be you. Right. Exactly. That is so true. You just gotta be you. Hi, how you feeling? Thank you for following. Yeah, you just gotta be you. Be authentic. Be real. And another thing is, you must do something that helps other people. Now that's the trick. If you're gonna create content, you're not creating it for yourself. You creating it for other people to enjoy, get inspired by, to laugh, to get to the next level in their life. Dr. Peace, Joy, and Happiness. I love that name. Like, that's just like a positive name. I love it. Magnificently great. I know that's right. That's how I feel. Magnificently great today. I feel like nothing can stop me right now. Like, what? I can't even stop me right now. You ever feel like that? Like, you know what? I'm so inspired. I can't even get in my own way right now. Every time I get up and I'm like, dang, I don't feel like streaming today. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to get in my own way right now. I refuse to start back over with being consistent or pursuing my goals and my dreams because I want to stop and be lazy when I don't have an excuse to be lazy. That's how you got to be. Just show up. So the creator's beginning starts messy. Okay? This is why your first version needs to be ugly. It needs to be ugly. You need to mess up sometimes. You have to mess up in life sometimes. It's going to happen. So just get over it. Get up and try again. Press on and be great. Absolutely. You have to start, and it might be a little ugly. That's okay. It's okay. Showing how you started is part of the art. It's amazing. Like when we'll say dental school, for example. That first year of dental school, you're not touching no teeth. You dissecting the body. You cutting open the cranium. You opening the skull. You dissecting the hands. You studying the body before you even get to the teeth. It's real ugly. It's real. You like, whoa, I thought I was going to dental school. I didn't know I was going to have to dissect the human body. I didn't know I would have to do all of this studying science, math, neuroscience. I thought I was going to go do teeth first. You know what I'm saying? People in here crying like, we didn't know you had to do this part. Okay, like what? It's going to be ugly. Then at the end of the 4 years, after you done studied your whole time away, but with a purpose, now you getting to the teeth. You do teeth a little bit over the time, but knowing the body is so important. It's ugly at first till you get to the fun part. That's the art of pursuing your dreams. It's not always pretty. They told me when I got to dental school, hey, you need to get in and get out. That's how ugly it is. You got to get in and get out. You might not get out with all A's, but just get out. All right? So how your journey helps someone else breathe easier. This is what we should focus on. When you create content, think about how is this going to help somebody else's life? How is this going to help them elevate, breathe easier, learn something new, maybe feel like empowered. Like that's my whole goal, is to empower us to keep going. Because I know how hard it is to keep going, to not be a quitter, because quitters around you every day. I just learned a stat about YouTube, because everybody want to get on YouTube, right? And I think it's great to get on YouTube, no matter your age. I love watching people from all age groups on YouTube. But the thing about it is only 6% of YouTubers are getting monetized. Only 6% of channels are willing to do the work. It's probably the same way on every other platform. You start thinking you want to do the work, but when you look at the people who really doing the work, and you see how hard they go, you really got to show up for yourself. All right? So you're not just building a masterpiece, you're building momentum. That's why you keep it going. And that's the one thing I realized about my journey with content creation. Thank you, Lucky Black, for sending the roses. That's the one thing I realized, is I gotta be consistent. Like, I can't make an excuse. Oh, you lighting it up. What? I appreciate it. So you're building the momentum, guys. That's what we're building here. The momentum. Every day that I show up for the tribe show up. We grow together, and we just learn, and we just keep growing. And then eventually I want to see everybody make it. I want to see everybody in the tribe make it. Okay? So get out there, whatever your goal is, your dream is, and keep being passionate about it. You can't edit the video you never recorded, so go record something. It don't even have to be that long. You get inspired by showing up. I get inspired by just showing up. Like, honestly, I'm getting blessed today by just showing up. Lucky Black, I feel lucky today because I'm showing up and you just lighting it on fire. Like, what? on the sun. Let them see the rough edges. Let them see the grind. When I started, if you go back to my first live, I didn't have no set. I just started. And then I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? Another thing that hold me back is trying to get dressed up every day. So I said, you know, I'm going to wear my hoodie every day, because if I can wear my hoodie, switch the color, now I can be more consistent. So people might be like, dang, Dr. Sean, why you wear the same? Because it's the brand, and I don't have to think so hard to show up and deliver my message. Yes, I can get on here and spend hours on makeup. Then it's going to make me feel like, dang, I got to show up as this perfect person on the camera. And I don't feel like doing that. I like to just show up right now. We'll perfect the looks later. Okay? So your humanity is the hook when you go live. When you just, you could just, not when you go live, but when you just en route to your dream. Just being humane about everything. Not wanting to put out negativity. That's why I say positive vibes only. Lucky Black just said, go popular. Lucky Black, I'm right. That's right. I wear nothing but my brand shirt on my lives every night. See, right here with it. You lighting it up. Exactly. So you have these epiphanies as a content creator where you like, you know what? This is messing me up. I don't want to think too hard about that. Let me just brand it up and keep it moving. It makes life so much easier. All right? Someone is watching you when you go live or when you create content because they need evidence that their own life is possible. They need evidence that, you know what, if Dr. Sean can do it, Dr. Cheap the Sunflower can do it, then I can do it. I've had so many people, you know, you got 100 go populars from me. Thank you. I appreciate it. And y'all lighting the hearts up. I really appreciate it. I got to come and show some love, man. What time do you go live? Put it in the chat. All right. So someone needs evidence that it's possible. I've had so many students like, dang, Dr. Sean, when I was in dental school, I was going live then. I've been going live since been going live. So I had a lot of people who used to watch me and see me being this student doctor and how hard it was. And then they finally saw me graduate. So many people got inspired to go into dentistry because of that. Even I got inspired from somebody else to go into dentistry because I saw them doing great things and I got interested. So if you like doing something, inspire other people. Perfection is a costume, guys. 11:30 to 12 a.m. until 4 or 5 every night except Saturday night. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. We got to check you out. So make sure y'all follow Lucky Black. Showing love in the chat. All right, Dr. Peace, Joy, and Happiness. Lighting up the chat. Thank you for the roses. All right, so the hard truth, guys, perfection is a costume. Consistency is your true character. Come hang out with the family sometimes. All positive vibes only. Most certainly. I definitely will. I definitely will. Alright, so we got to get out of the costume of perfection. It's not working. Consistency works better. Authenticity works better. Alright? And one thing about consistency is that we grow by repeating the process. The more I show up, the more I go live, the more I get out of my jitters, the better I get, the more I grow. You grow by repetition. So repetition gives you the skills that you need. And those skills are going to give you confidence. Lucky Black, you lighting it up with the heart puff, with just lighting the gallery up. What? What do I do to deserve? Peace be unto you. Thank you, Dr. Peace, Joy, and Happiness. Oh my God. Live. This is like my most ever and gonna give you confidence. And guess what happens when you get confidence? What? I don't know what's going on. Got the confetti popping. Like, what? I don't even know what none of this stuff means, but definitely thank you. Like, seriously, I really appreciate it. So once you get repetition, this gives you the skill of confidence. And once you have confidence, guys, guess what happens? Because you keep doing it, you repeat it. I go live, I repeat it. You work on your goal or your dream, consistently. This is going to unlock the creativity. So the more consistent you are, the more creative you are. And once creativity is unlocked, this gives you community, momentum. This is going to keep you going. Now, I created this ratio. It's called the CDP ratio. It says that consistency plus discipline minus procrastination, because we can procrastinate, sent the chili. Every gift is levels of cash money that will be in your account. I gotta check that out. That is so cool, man. I really appreciate it. The title, Gifter in every category. Lucky Black. Man, you showing out. You showing out. You showing out. So I will remind you guys that, you want to have a daily plan that you can actually sustain when it comes to being consistent, staying inspired, and growing in our content creator era. So take that one tiny action, build that one meaningful connection. Like today, you see me connect with Lucky Black and Dr. Peace Joy. Let me see if I got the name right. Dr. Peace Joy Happiness. They lighten the chat up. That's meaningful connection. One piece of content a day if possible. I know that can sound crazy. When I say one piece of content, that doesn't mean that your content has to be 30 minutes. That's why they created shorts, because the attention span now of the audience is about 3 seconds. So even a 3 to 9 second piece of content is content. And sometimes it's the most viral content. A lot of times we overthink things. We have on the costume of perfection. This can make us not even record any content versus just putting it out there and seeing how it goes and then adjusting and getting better every single time. Me going live, I don't know a lot about the technology. It's like a learning curve, especially on Twitch. Like, it's the sound. You can go live and forget the sound, or you can forget what you're saying, It's a lot that can happen, but you just gotta keep going. That's my whole thing. Just keep going. Put out the content. Keep it going. All right? Now, let's get into something very, very, very important. Let's get into something very, very important. Thank you, Lucky Black. Sent me 50 roses. What? And hand hearts. I appreciate it. All right? So let's talk about mental health and creator burnout. This is important. Mental health. So to the creators losing themselves when you're trying to chase numbers, you got to get out of that. If you're chasing the numbers, it might throw you off. The numbers is cool, but get into more of the creation. Most times your content needs the right timing to blow up. It ain't even that you need to do something so drastic or different or keep changing every other day. No, it's the timing. If you're being consistent, the time will come. I was just watching a video on YouTube about this creator. They started probably like last year. They stayed consistent for the whole year, showing up, and then they went viral. But it was the timing. And then all the old stuff went viral. So you just got to show up, Let the numbers do their thing. Just pay attention to the data, but don't let it make you go crazy, because this is just, at the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be stressful. Lucky Black lit up the perfume. What? I didn't even know all of these gift titles exist. I'm learning something new here on TikTok. Gotta run, queen. Stay blessed and keep going. God got you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You showed out today. I really appreciate that. And I hope it comes back to you 100-fold, man. 100-fold. Thank you for tapping the hearts. Make sure y'all follow Lucky Black for supporting the Hood to Hooded podcast. November. Woo, 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 woo. We gotta come and check you out for real, man. Alright. So, compare mental burnout to dental decay. It's the same thing. So, as a dentist, you know I'm gonna throw the dentistry in there, right? So, mental burnout is just like dental decay, guys. Lucky Black sending that ice cream. Alright? So if you don't clean your mind every day as a content creator and know when to take a break or know when to listen to your body, it can do damage. And then you ultimately quit in the end. So that's why now I don't try to go live for like 10 hours. In the beginning, I learned a lot my first, second, and third time of failing. I learned that it's easy to quit. It's so easy to quit. Like, if you'd be like, I don't want to do it, I quit. That's easy. It's easy to quit. The hardest thing to do is to keep going. That's the hardest thing to do, especially when you have things like people leaving the earth. I lost 2 very important people in my life this year, right? And I was on this whole consistency challenge, and that was 2 times where I was like, I can't even go stream because emotionally I can't even motivate other people because I need motivation myself, so I stopped streaming. Then I said, you know what, I gotta go back, and I went back again, and I think something else happened. So this time I learned a lot. I learned that, hey, I can't stream late at night. As a dentist, as a doctor, I see people streaming late. I have to get my stream out of the way early in the morning, especially during the work day, like 8 a.m. That's why I set it for 8 a.m. I don't always show up at 8 a.m. if I have an emergency or other things that, I'll show up a little later like today. But I changed my time because I'm like, okay, that's too late for me. I can't. It's too late. Then I was like, okay, well, I see everybody streaming so long. Let me try to do 2 to 3, 4 hours. And I would do that, burn myself out. And then it makes it so hard to keep it going. So now I say, I'm going to go in the morning, do only an hour, even if it's an active stream, even if the chat is hot, I got to get off at the hour so that I don't burn out. That's why I do it that way. So that's the mental health part that you have to think about as a creator so you don't get burnt out, but you also being consistent. Set your schedule. Schedule your post to go on at a certain time. Batch your content. It's so much that you can do to prevent burnout. But taking care of yourself every day is important. Having that self-care time. I'm getting to the point where now I really love my solo time. Don't get me wrong. I love just chilling, getting to know myself better. Just watching TV. I don't know. Having silence, listening to music. The solo time is important to prevent mental burnout. Because we always want to create and inspire people, but you need to inspire yourself and make sure you're not damaging your mind by trying to do too much. Alright? So rest is a strategy. Getting your sleep is important. I love getting my sleep, and if you don't get your sleep, then you will burn out eventually. You do have times in life where you can't really sleep as much. Like dental school, sleep was like, I don't know. I don't remember sleeping that much then, but you make up for it later. Alright? And the last thing about getting into your creator bag is that a quiet mind is a creative mind. Now that is very important. A quiet mind is a creative mind. Why? Because when you quiet your mind and you meditate, then you can settle your thoughts. And then when you settle your thoughts and your thinking, and you settle the world and all the, you know, the things and the apps and the strolling that tries to attract your attention, when you're able to turn the world off, close your eyes, turn off the music, and just get into your own zen and meditate, thoughts flow to you. They flow to you, family. So don't sleep on meditation. Don't sleep on getting into your peaceful bag as a content creator. It's very important for you not to burn out. And in this culture where everybody want to work you to death, you know, everything is about work, more. You gotta know what works for you and what don't. That's why I refuse to go live and just sit for 4 or 5 hours, and I can't do that. As a dentist, that ain't my lane. That ain't my lane. Maybe later, but that ain't my lane. So find out what is your lane, what works for you, how you can contribute to society through your content, how you can inspire the youth especially, you know, how you can inspire the world just by telling your story. And there is no perfect story. The whole thing for today is that we have to take off the costume of perfection. And we have to also know that our voice is worth protecting, right? So get into your creator bag, but don't get burned out. Now that's a message. Now here is some content creation blueprint for you. I'm going to give it to you straight, no fluff. So something that you could do every single day is, and you can also batch your content, is record something. If you're trying to be a content creator today, I need you to record something today. It doesn't have to be long. It could be 9 seconds. It could be you dancing. It could be, whatever. Post it. Now, I also need you to learn something today. All right? Learn something today. And what you learn, it can be personal development. It could be financial literacy related. It could be something in your industry. So for me, it could be about dentistry. It could be about something going on in the world. Just learn something new today. So what if you ain't going to school? You should still learn something new every single day. And the last thing, guys, I feel like is the most important. I'm always saying something is the most important, but this is really the most important. Okay. This is the real most important. So the most important thing is to enjoy something. Like me, when I sit here and I have my little cup of tea. This is apple cider. When I have my little apple cider, I really enjoy that. Like, I really enjoy that. So even if it's just a cup of tea, take a walk, just talking to a loved one. Do something today that you enjoy. And when you do things that you enjoy, it don't have to cost you a dime, but that can also inspire you to create content. What about a weekly action that we can do as content creators? Create one long form piece of content. So what does that mean? That means I'm going to take my 1 hour live, chop it down into the most important pieces, and then create one longer piece of content. It could be 5 minutes. All right. Another thing that I want us to do this week as content creators, and if you already doing more, great, but if you are a beginner, is post 3 short clips. Just 3 short clips. Now on Facebook, they have me set up with the goal to post like 20 in a week. So I'm guessing that you have to post way more than 3 if you're really taking it serious. But just start with 3 short clips this week. Now this one is going to be a challenge for a lot of people. I don't know if everybody going to do this, but go live one time. That's another thing that we can do this week, is go live one time. I'm going live every day, so I'll be going live 7 times, but just connecting to your audience, breaking your live, I don't know, fear. And another thing that we could do, and I haven't done at all, is to collab. And I haven't done any collaborations, maybe one, but I would like to do more collabs on my podcast, so that'll come with time. So maybe this week I need to work on putting a collab together. Alright? And also this week, review your analytics without letting them control you. So when we review our analytics, we just looking to see, okay, what content worked, or you can maybe get inspired or see what you can improve on. Do you need to improve on your sound, your camera, your pitch? Like, if you saying too many times. When I'm editing, I'm always saying certain words too many times. They call those filler words. But it's okay. You can edit those out. It's okay. Alright? So you don't need 1 million followers, guys. Right now, you don't need 1 million followers. You need 1 hour of courage. You just need 1 hour of courage. That's it. Okay? So you were born to create. Please don't forget that part. Clap it up. You was born to create. Yes. You was born to create. You were born to inspire. Clap it up. Clap it up, fam. You was born to inspire. You already know it. And you were born to grow. Clap it up. Okay. So don't let the ghost of perfection steal the life you haven't yet lived. Wake up, press record, tell the story only you can tell. So when I tell my story, only I can tell my story how I can tell my story. Whatever story that life has given you, whatever lessons you have learned in this life, I promise you, someone needs to hear it. Be consistent, not perfect, and watch the world multiply. Now my goal for going live every day is only 1,000 hearts because I wanted to start and be realistic. But I really appreciate you guys for coming in and tapping the hearts. I feel special on TikTok. Alright. My gift gallery got lit up today. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So, yeah. So when you grow and you keep showing up, it just, you get better and better and better. And you break out of the fear. You know? So that was our live for today. You can drop your questions in the chat. If you have any questions for me, drop it in the chat. I hope you all brush and floss your teeth today. Yeah. Brush and floss your teeth today. Alright. I'm about to get off of here and, ooh, it's a little bit too late for breakfast. Maybe brunch. I think I'm gonna do some brunch. Maybe go get a pedicure. And yeah, get ready for the week. It is a big week for a lot of people. For me, I don't really celebrate. I shouldn't even say really, because I don't celebrate Thanksgiving anymore, or any pagan holidays, since learning who I am. So this week we're gonna have a light week at the office, 4 days off. I'm looking forward to that part. And yeah, and I got a lot of projects I'm working on behind the scenes, guys. Lots of projects. And yeah, you already know I'm gonna be live every day. We on day 55, so make sure you are following me. And if this is your first time catching me live, I talk about American history. I talk about American Indian history, the Mississippians, the mound builders, the Nijis, all of that. But on those days, it gets really real on the podcast. I call that the, You have to swallow the truth pill on those days because I don't hold back. Sundays, I try to keep it more lighthearted because when I read history, guys, it be having me in tears. When I see about history, colonization, like just evil on paper, it can be very exhausting. So I have to take a break from that at least 1 or 2 days a week and just do something inspirational because history will have you pissed the hell off. Okay? It will have you pissed off. But this week, I don't know what I'm feeling. You know, I'll get into a vibe where I'll either be in like an AI phase or financial literacy phase, or you know, this past week I was more into like going deep into history. We learned a lot on the podcast this past week. We talked about Sarah Rector. We talked about financial literacy topics. We talked about just the 50-year mortgage. We go into different topics, and this week we're going to continue that journey. Now, I might revisit Thanksgiving and the history of it. I have a couple of videos that I want to research and dissect before I really go back into that topic. I did do it last year, and I think we have to keep talking about it. As Niji in our community, we have to create our own traditions based on history and just, you know, continue to spread love, not just one day, but every day. All right? I need us to be a unit and a tribe every single day. I need us to show up for each other and eat together more than just 1 or 2 times a year. This is what I would love to see. I like to see family just like having a good time, just drama free. You know, that's what I'm about. So this week, if you are getting together with your family, just stay positive and drama free. We got a couple more minutes on here. Let me know if you got any questions in the chat. Don't be shy. Vibe with the tribe. We just finished a mini masterclass on consistency for content creators. If you want to watch the replay, you can go to my YouTube. The link is in the bio. The link is in the bio. And I could tell already just from looking through the blind that the weather is gloomy outside. What is the weather at? Like where you are right now, guys? What is your weather like? Let me know. I know it's one thing that I wanted to talk about before I get off of here, and it was a stats. I want to go to some YouTube stats, because I always encourage people to like start YouTube channels and, you know, as a second, third, fourth stream of income, just because I see the potential in it. And a lot of people don't ever listen to me. I'm still trying to be in that monetized space on YouTube, and it has taken me a while to get there, but I'm no quitter. You know, I took 12, 13 years to get a degree that was absolutely worth it, but you know, I'm not a quitter. So I believe that consistency and compound interest on your dreams is a real thing. I've seen it show up in my life. I've seen it happen for me several times just by being in the right place at the right time, or, you know, just by having your character speak for you. So it's happened to me several times where consistency or just who you are will foot the bill. So with YouTube, I encourage everybody to get on there. Like, why not? Why not? All right. So before we get into consistency is how you break the spell, let's do a little research, and then I'm gonna get off of here. Let's do a little research. How many YouTube channels are there? And how many monetized in percentage, I guess? So we're going to ask the question, how many YouTube channels are there and how many are monetized? So as of August 2025, there are an estimated 115 million channels on YouTube worldwide. 115 million. About half of those are actively uploading monthly. So that's about 60 million people uploading monthly. Okay? So that, and then another stat says that about 4.4% of YouTube's users have created a channel. Okay? So where am I going with this? Let's keep going with the stats because I like looking at stats. It kind of helps put things into perspective. It says one report says less than 6% of those channels are a part of the official YouTube partner program at any given time. And only 0.25% of channels make any money from the ad revenues. So even though these percentages are very low, I can guarantee you those people who are getting paid, who have figured out the algorithm, the channel, the thumbnails, because YouTube, whoa, rude. YouTube has a bit of a learning curve, not as bad as Twitch, because Twitch is super techie. But YouTube, I guess there is a learning curve because SEO is very important. It's the largest search engine in the world. So if you're not on there, then you're kind of doing yourself a disservice, especially if you have a skill in anything. I call it YouTube University for a reason because anytime I need to know how to fix a light bulb, hell, if I wanted to change the starter in a car, I'm sure somebody on YouTube gonna teach me. If I wanted to learn how to plant a orchid, I'm sure somebody on YouTube has the video up to teach me, and that's the one thing I love about YouTube. So if it's anything that you know how to do, I don't give a damn what it is, put it on YouTube, make that money. Okay? All right. So what other stats can we say about YouTube? Roughly 6 or fewer channels might be eligible for advertisement revenue. So that's not a lot of channels, but I mean, we can't worry about that. They told me that only 1% of people become doctors. That don't stop you. That didn't stop me. I'm like, oh, 1%, great. Let me try. Let me try. Okay, what? So don't let the percentages and the stats stop you. It's just to show you that everybody's not gonna do it. They're just not. Another stat that is so shocking, and this has nothing to do with anybody else. This just has something to do with people and their own, drive about life. This has something to do with people and their own drive about life. Did you guys know this stat? That only 3% of adults have clear written goals. Only 3% of adults have clear written goals. So you can see that only 3% of adults have clear written goals. What does this mean? Then you can see how these YouTube stats are coming through. Because a lot of people won't even write their goals down. They keep it up here. And what do you have when you have a goal that's in your head, that's not written down, that's not properly prepared for? Guess what it's called? You just wishing. You think you around here dreaming, right? But you not writing your stuff down. You just wishing. You're not even taking yourself serious. You just like, oh, I wish one day I could do this. No, that's not a goal. When I talk about dreamers, I'm talking about people who actually taking action. Not people who are just stuck in the wish phase. Because the way you get inspired, first you get like a little idea. And then you're like, okay. You're going to write your idea down to get it out of your head onto the paper so you can see it. You got to be able to see this thing. You got to be able to get it out of the mind onto the paper into a realistic plan and idea. You can't just keep it here and wish and wish and wish, and you just wishing until you gone. And nobody ever seen the greatness that is embedded within you because you're just a wisher. Let's stop that today, guys. Let's stop it. All right. So take a breath. Look at where you are right now. And look at who you had to become just to reach this moment. You didn't have to be perfect. Not polished. Just present. And presence, my love, that is the real flex. Just being present for yourself and for your goals and for your future. Consistency is not the grind people glamorize. Oh, no. It's not the hustle culture nonsense where you just hustling blindly. No. It's not sleeping for 2 hours and then editing for 10 hours. That's not consistency. It's not pretending like your life isn't heavy. That's not consistency. Consistency is simply you choosing not to quit on the version of yourself that you prayed for. That's what consistency is. Not quitting on yourself. All right? Your future does not require perfection. It requires repetition. Soft repetition. Honest repetition. Repetition that still happens even when your heart is tired and your day is long. This is the type of consistency that is going to get you over the hump. Okay? To my content creators out there, content creation is not just about being the best. It's just about being there, being visible, showing up, being brave enough to show the world your process, however imperfect that may be. Not just your ultimate final product. Sometimes the process is important. How can people trust the process when they haven't seen you trying to be perfect? So you're not even showing up because you just like, I got to show up perfect. No, just show up, right? Just show up, guys. We already know why most people fail. So most creators, this is for somebody out there. Most creators fail not because they weren't talented. Oh, no. We already know why they fail. Let me tell you a secret why they fail. They fail because they was waiting for the right moment. Yeah. They fell because they was waiting for the right moment to present their talent. And every time a moment arose for them to go ahead and just do it, they said, you know what? This ain't the right moment. And guess what? You keep getting so many moments and you keep passing them by, then guess what? That moment that you had been given to somebody else. Have you ever seen that when somebody was perfect for the opportunity, but then they thought it wasn't the right opportunity, and their opportunity got given to someone else? I don't ever want that to be me. Listen, I want the opportunity. I'm going to take it. I wouldn't be in New York right now if I had not taken an opportunity that was so imperfect, guys. This opportunity was so imperfect, like it came, and I'm like, this gotta be a sign. This is something that I love to go to New York City. That's why I got this city in the back right here, because this city can either make or break you. And this city right here made me. Going into the Brooklyn Hospital Center as a dental resident, as a doctor, but as a resident, because I'm continuing my education after being sick, after being, homeless, still going into that hospital to see patients, showering the gym at night, going back into the hospital to see patients. You can't tell me ain't nothing you can do. That's why I say, don't worry about starting perfect. Just show up. When they gave me that opportunity, I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go, because where I come from, you don't get these opportunities all the time. Where I come from, sometimes you gotta show up broke. Sometimes you gotta show up poor. We keeping it real or not? So most creators gonna fail because they waiting. Stop waiting. So what if you fail? So what if they laugh? So what if you feel like you ain't ready? Just show the fuck up. The right moment is the one where you just show up for yourself. It's not the one you daydreaming about. When we got everything set to open motivational dentistry, it was not the perfect opening, but in my eyes, I'm like, it has to be perfect. Like, I tried to have everything perfect, and then when we opened, I realized, damn, this ain't even perfect at all. Like, I got so much to learn, but when you just do it, you gonna think that everything has to be perfect, and then you just go and you realize, dang, it's not perfect. You just keep growing through the process. Because every piece you create is a breadcrumb to the next step. It's a signal to the universe that you're not hiding no more. We're not hiding from our greatness. It's a promise to your own destiny that you are still in the ring, that you will not give up. Okay? When you post one time, you're going to feel a sense of hopefulness. Then when you do it again, you might feel a little nervous, like, dang, can I keep this up? And then when you keep posting and you get into the rhythm, you're doing it every other day or every week, you start to feel inevitable, like nobody can stop me, bitch. No, you feel like nobody can stop me, bitch. Fuck out of here. I can crack myself up sometimes, y'all. I'm sorry. All right. So that's what consistency does. Let's stop playing around. That's what consistency does. It makes you feel inevitable, like nothing can stop me. All right? So if nobody told you yet, you deserve to be and feel inevitable. You deserve to feel that way. How do you get it? Consistency. You deserve it. Don't doubt yourself. Yeah, you worth it. You deserve the confidence that comes from practice. You deserve the peace that comes from you having clarity about your future, right? And you deserve the growth that comes from you finally choosing you. From you finally saying, you know what? I'm choosing me right now. I don't give a damn about nothing else. I'm choosing me. I'm showing up for me. And then when you show up for yourself, guess what? That builds compound interest for your future. People start to show up for you because you're showing up for yourself. You see how it works? You know, you see how that works? So to my creators out there, stop trying to be perfect. Being perfect is like being in prison. Because you just ain't gonna go nowhere. Some of the best advice I heard this week was to fail, go out, try life, mess up, fuck up, do this, get out of your own head, fall down a couple times, get back up, go travel. Like, what are you waiting on? Life ain't waiting on you. Get out of the prison of perfectionism. Okay? When you in the prison of perfectionism, the bars are invisible. The guards are invisible. The handcuffs are invisible. And they trap your voice, they trap your ideas, and they kill your momentum. But when you get out of that prison, you like, you know what? I'm shaking all of this negativity off me. I know I had trauma as a child. I already know this person. You get all these things that you can put in your way as a barrier for you to move forward. But when you break out of that prison of perfectionism and you show up consistently, that gives you the freedom that you've always wanted. Now you moving. Now you got that momentum. Now you really understanding this is who I truly am, and nothing is going to break me. Okay? This is where you carve out a path where there used to be nothing but fear. But now you feel inevitable. Right? So we were not born to be flawless. We were born to be felt and heard in this crazy ass society. So somebody out there is waiting for the version of you that isn't filtered, that just shows up just as you. They want to see that version of you that don't have it all figured out. Like when people see me, I'm the version that is still fucking going and trying to figure out I'm still trying to figure it out. Let's just be honest. I figured out a lot, but I have a lot more to figure out when it comes to life, entrepreneurship, femininity, like relationships, like with every aspect of life. Is so much more to learn. So we don't want to cut ourselves short at all. All right? So somebody waiting for that version of you, of me, where I'm just like still lost in the sauce, I guess you could say. They still like, okay, Dr. Sean, don't have it all figured out. You're right, I don't. And that's okay. That's why it's called life. All right? They waiting on that version of you that tries and fails and tries again and show up anyways. Somebody waiting on you to fail. Somebody just waiting on you to fail and not try again so they can be like, you know what? They gonna be like, you know what? They gonna be like, what they gonna say? They gonna say, I told you so. That's what they gonna say. I'm telling the truth. They went on that version that says, you know what? I told you you was gonna fail and be a disaster. I told you should have did. You don't get into satisfaction. No. The version of you that shows up, fails, learns, tries again, shows up anyways is going to magnificent places in life. That's the creator who is going to change lives. That's the creator who's going to build a community of like-minded people. That's the creator who is going to last longer than somebody who is chasing overnight success. The person that is consistent and that is inevitable and that is disciplined. And the person that breaks out of the prison of perfectionism. I've been out of the prison of perfectionism because I show up sometimes and I'm like, ooh, that really sucked. The topic sucked. It just really sucked. Sometimes it be like that. But then you go back and you like, okay, I don't do that again. How about we try it this way? So I need you to say it with me clearly. Your consistency is louder than your insecurity. And your voice, it has to be louder than your doubt. All right? And guess what else has to be loud? Your effort. It has to be louder than the algorithm. The algorithm constantly trying to shut you out. A lot of the algorithms are colonized. Let's tell the truth. The algorithms are colonized. So your effort got to be bigger than that. Your effort still has to show up, creator. When you make content, you're not just uploading a video. You uploading a piece of your legacy. Think about it like that. A timestamp that you were creative and courageous during this moment. You uploading a footprint that you kept the faith when you didn't want to show up. And when you do this day after day, week after week, you become more than just a content creator. You become inspirational. You become a force. A storm, a movement, a walking permission slip for somebody else to believe in themselves. Hype me up. That's what you tell them. You become somebody where other people can believe in themselves and they get hyped up because you done hyped yourself up. Imagine that. Imagine that. So wherever you listening from today, wherever you listening from around the world, I need you to lean your shoulders back. Rise that spirit up to the top. Like the chief and chiefess you are. The king and queen you are. I need you to hold your head up so high into the sky and feel inevitable. And we're going to go through an affirmation. While we got our shoulders tall, our crown on, we feeling very regal, unstoppable, royal, and like nobody can fuck with us. I want you to tell yourself, I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be present. Okay, say it with me. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be present. Feel it now. Feel it in the spirit. The next thing we're gonna say is, I don't have to move fast. Ooh, now this one is the T. I don't have to move fast. Oh no. I just have to move forward. Yeah. I don't have to move fast. I just gotta move forward. Right? The next one is, every small step counts. Every little bitty step you take counts. Every imperfect post matters. And every time I show up, I win. Okay? Consistency isn't a sprint. It's more like a heartbeat. You see how your heartbeat never stops? That's consistency. That's what you need to make yourself elevate to great heights. You don't need to sprint it out. You need that heartbeat. Consistency has to be in your heartbeat. And when you honor that rhythm in your heart, your goals will have no choice but to rise and meet you. All right? So to my content creators out there, my entrepreneurs, my students, my future doctors, dentists, lawyers, I need you to go and create. To my content creators, go inspire. Go grow. And remember, the world doesn't need the perfect version of you. It doesn't need the perfect content. Okay? It just needs you. The world needs you to be consistent and brave. The real you. And the version of you that doesn't quit. And the version of you that doesn't quit, that version will change the world. Please believe it. So this has been the Hood to Hooded podcast with your host, Dr. Chiefess Sunflower. And this is for my dreamers only. So let's keep it glowing. Let's keep growing. Let's inspire and let's create. Yeah, let's create, guys. All right. So I have enjoyed this live. Thank you guys for filling the heart gallery or the gift gallery. Shout out to my top fans. Make sure you go ahead and grab your daily heart me right here. We met our goal of 1K hearts on TikTok. My TikTok tribe showed out today. All right. Y'all show out today. So I'm going to get off of here. Go enjoy my day. Go and make a play. And get out the way. And get out the way. Hey. And get out the way. Go and make a play. And get out the way.